Hello paper crafters! Today I'd like to show you how I created a real wall clock using a standard 6x6 picture frame and an insert clock. I have decorated a panel using some dies by Spellbinders and some patterned papers by Maja design. The die set that I'm going to use is called Flourished Square. It's from the new collection by Spellbinders called Romancing the Swirl. It consists of 4 dies that can be used on their own, or you can mix and match them. Now I have flipped over the 3 largest dies and I'm securing them to one another with the pieces of washi tape. That is to make sure the dies will remain really well aligned. Then I'm going to place all 3 dies onto a piece of gold mirror cardstock and I'm sending it through the die cut machine. Then I'm going to use a brush nib of my tool-in-one to clear out all the negative pieces. And by the way, I have recently learned that there is a word to denote those tiny punch-outs. They are called cheds. I really didn't know. Anyway, I'm going to create the same shape, but this time out of white cardstock. And by the way, if you are interested in the tools and supplies that I'm using, they are listed on my blog as well as in the description. To hold the 2 pieces together, I'm using Tacky glue. I'm applying it randomly in small dots all over the white piece at the wrong side, and then I'm going to stick it on top of the gold one. And as I'm doing it, I'm offsetting this piece, and this way you will be able to see both white and gold. Next, I'm going to die cut the smallest frame out of patterned paper, and I'm also going to use the smallest circle from HEMSTITCH Circles die set. It's from the same collection. I'm going to secure both dies on a piece of paper and then I'm going to send them through the machine. I'm bringing back the large frame and I'm applying some glue on the inside of the frame to those little areas that are formed by offsetting the dies. And then I'm sticking the inner frame inside the big one. I've die cut the same small frame out of gold cardstock and I have applied tape adhesive only at the corners, and then I'm sticking it at the wrong side as well. Then I'm applying some liquid glue all over the frame and I'm sticking it onto a piece of paper that is 6 by 6 inches. The paper pad I'm using is called Life in the Country and it's by Maja design. And this is the smallest die from the set. You can place it in the middle, but I have decided to cut it into 4 pieces and use them as the corners. So I'm simply applying some glue onto each little piece and I'm sticking them into all 4 corners. I'm putting some weight on top of the die cuts to hold them down until the glue dries. Now when I have finished decorating the panel, all there is left to do is to incorporate this clock piece. I'm positioning it in the center of my panel and then I'm tracing it with a pencil. And by the way, as far as the clock is concerned, you can either buy the new one like I did, or you can recycle an old watch that you are not wearing anymore. You just have to remove the bracelet and attach it in the center with the glue dots. This way you'll be able to remove it when you need to change the battery. I'm using a craft knife to cut out a circle opening following the line. Then I'm positioning my piece of paper onto the chipboard that comes with the frame, and again I'm tracing the opening with a pencil. That chipboard turned out to be quite thick, but still it is possible to cut with a craft knife. I would suggest to hold it like this and move your hand down. This way it's a bit easier to do and it's also the safer way. When I'm finished with the cutting, I'm applying some double-sided tape onto the chipboard panel and attaching my decorated paper on top of it. I'm going to apply just a little bit of glue around the opening, and then I'm simply inserting my clock piece inside the panel. Then I am attaching the hook back onto the chipboard panel. It was also the part of the frame set. Then I'm placing the panel with the clock inside the frame on the wrong side, and I'm using the fasteners to hold it in place. As a finishing touch, I'm going to attach 4 large half pearls all around the clock. The project is nearly finished. All there is left to do is to remove that protective film from underneath the battery and set up the clock to the right time. The project is now completely finished. I can hang it on the wall, or you can use it as a desktop decoration or a mantelpiece decoration. Thank you for watching the tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed and you will give this idea a try. Have a beautiful day, and I hope to see you again really soon.